in corporate, does ATS exist, or they're just like blindly carrying you out?
Yeah. Yeah, good question. See, so many educated people are out there who are talking about ATS. Why don't they do some research on it? Right? Like what is ATS? ATS not a machine to review resume. ATS means application tracking system, which tracks the application. What does
But
it
does it
mean
not
to
track the keywords?
no, so it tracks the whole application. So not just the keyword. It's not a keyword repository system.
But there are many
ATS is a
coaching people who
yeah,
scare you saying that, hey, you need to have this keyword at least
yeah,
5 times so that your
yeah,
application is basically highlighted on the top list, and then you will get
yeah,
hired or in front
yeah,
of the hiring manager, and then you will be
yeah,
called. Is that not the
yeah,
case?
yeah. I think these are half truth. This is all quite small thing have been created in a big hype. So for example, I talked about keyword earlier, right? That if I'm looking for a Salesforce developer, but obvious I will look for a keyword Salesforce. Yes or no?
Yes,
Is
of
it
course.
like something
No, because
out of
that's
the
what I'm
blue?
looking forward to.
Exactly. So if I don't find Salesforce, then that means you're not a Salesforce developer. That doesn't mean I'm not going to review it, but that's just one basic understanding that it should come in there. So whatever field you are into, there are certain keywords that goes with your field. Like every field has jargon, every field has certain technologies involved, right? If you have not worked on those technologies, can you say that you are so and so? Maybe not, because you're made up with those ingredients. Those ingredients are the keywords. So I would like to see if those things are in there or not, and if they are there, whether you have described it or how you used it or when you use it. Why you like to use keywords? Because that makes it little easier and little faster, um, so that I know where you use it. Maybe resumes could be lengthy, maybe resumes could be not quite legible, it could be very messy, it's not well presented, but if I see a word, at least it gives me a hope that okay, I can build up on that. So keywords are here for help, but keywords are not something that you blindly follow. So say recruiters are not machines, or machines are not doing recruiters job. We all really need to understand, if ATS would have been something that could review resumes and that could shortlisted candidates, why the hell would companies would hire all these recruiters or TAs? We would have a totally automatic process by now for recruiting. Unfortunately, it's not there, because
And I think there
ATS.
are so many recruiters even calling from India that, hey,
Yeah.
we have your resume, we have some
Mm,
position in US or
yeah.
maybe in Canada. So I
Mm,
see a lot of recruiters, but
yeah.
this ATS system is actually scaring people out so that half
Yeah.
of the people are eliminated there only,
Yeah.
thinking that I won't apply to this job.
Yeah, so let's clarify this. ATS means application tracking system, and it is a repository of or database of resume. Period.
Simple.
Period. It's a database. Okay, it's nothing else. Now, if you
Do,
have a
do we have
database,
AI based ATS?
ATS has so every ATS is a software, right? And just like every software, they have different feature, but ultimately they do the same work, right? So do they have, yeah, you can filter resume based on the keywords, because it
Mhm.
has those filtering process. You can filtering means search function. If you have a database, would you not have a search function for a
You will.
database? You'll have. You can search candidates based on keywords, based on location, based on degree, based on anything, right? But that doesn't mean that is the only way to do it. So when I do the search function, when I already have a repository, I already have a database, and I want to review something that I already reviewed earlier. But when I get a fresh set of applications, I have to go through all of them one by one manually. People really need to understand, if I reject all the candidates by using whatever means, I'm answerable. I'm not working a silo. Recruiter doesn't run their own businesses. They have recruiting managers, they have accounts managers, they have sales managers, they have hiring managers. If I get 100 applications and if I say nobody's qualified, I'm
Somebody
answerable.
will be asking you why you think
Yeah,
you're looking for a higher standard.
yeah. So how many candidates did you review? Show me. How many candidates did you reject? Show me. My I have gone through this. Like when I was working with one of the hiring manager, after 1 week, I said nobody's qualified. He said, Dara, show me what you are finding. So I showed him 10 resume that I thought might have some qualities, but I thought they're not qualified. He said, oh no, 5 of them are qualified because it was a new technology, it was a new area. I couldn't fully understand. So I rejected all of them. And then he said, no, no, he can come for interview, he can come. So I'm answerable. I cannot just say, oh, I rejected everybody because nobody is qualified using some search function or some AI or some ATS. Companies are paying money for that, companies are paying you for that too. So there is no ATS is just a database, it's a repository. AI based ATS, well, some ATS are more, have more features, some ATS are very basic. And you won't believe, in today's day and age in Canada, like a developed country, we still have so many companies where they solely work on Excel sheets. you know they even don't have any ATS is expensive. It's not a cheap thing. So there's nothing like ATS. There is no automatic rejection or candidates are scared because they don't. I think you should not be scared. If you qualify for the job, you should apply anyways. If they don't have opening today, maybe they have an opening tomorrow. If you are a good applicant, they will always they can reach out to you. Now, another thing, when you are saying that, recruiters from India calling you, how come they have my resume, stuff like that? Well, it's outsourcing, right? We are sending our cybersecurity work to India. Are we scared? No. Then Indian recruiters are calling you. Why are we square? Why are not we not understanding that they are outsourcing process? So if I'm running a company in Canada, it is very expensive for me to hire a recruiter here. But in
Mhm.
that salary, I can hire 5 recruiters in India.
And their job is to find out the right talent and provide it to you, the right resume.
Exactly. Exactly. So they are doing the clerical work of finding candidates, reviewing them, calling them, making sure that they are interested or they are in the market, and then they'll pass them on to the hiring authorities in their respective company, and then they'll take it from there. So they are more like a helping hands and a part of an outsourcing process. Not necessarily they are all fraud, but not necessarily they are all saints. So we need to be careful. We need to know who we are talking to, why we are talking to. um, but it's part of it could be a part of business model. You can ask more questions to them: which company you're working for, what exactly is the end company. There are end clients, there are end companies, there are three parties involved. So I have hired for companies where I hire for company A, and they are hiring for company B because they are their contractors and we are their
Layers
contractors.
within the contracts.
There are layers. And this is all part of business models.